Hi guys, Toni here from Port Moody Rec. I just wanted to deliver a nice lower intensity to moderate intensity workout for you, bit of a circuit program, directed more for our senior population because we're missing you guys huge. Make sure you do a warm-up beforehand, so maybe checking out one of the warm-ups that we've done on the website already. Making sure you're warm and ready to go. You've got water close and handy. And make sure you go your own level as well. So always stay within your comfort zone. Ready to go? Let's get started. All right, so we're going to start with a squat, and I'll show you a variation that you can use with the chair as well. All right, so standing with your feet about hip width apart, draw your belly in, firm up the low belly, chest is lifted and proud. We'll do about 10 to 12 repetitions of these. Here we go. Sit into the heels and push up and drive through the heels. Chest is lifted as you move through. And if you need a chair option, you come close to the chair and you can touch down and rise. Touch down and rise. The chair can be there for comfort. You can sit all the way into it, or you can hover just above it and then rise again. That'll increase the intensity just a little bit more. We'll do a couple more of these, remembering you're staying in between the 10 to 12 repetition range. Last one, and done. Second thing we're gonna do, working up the chest and anterior part of the shoulder. We can do some wall push-ups. So all you're gonna do is find a nice flat wall, even a banister if you do have a banister, or a countertop ledge is another thing you could use. You're gonna step up to it. The distance, how far apart you are from the wall, is gonna depend on how difficult you want it to be. The closer you are, the less difficult it is. Further away from the wall or banister, the more difficult it will be. Hands about, shoulder height. You're gonna come down, take the elbows wide, and then push away. Low belly is firm here as well, core is turned on. Tailbone's tucked under slightly, just to keep your back nice and straight. Your back is straight, but you're keeping the natural curves that exist in your low back. Again, we're working about 10 to 12 of these. Inhaling as you come down, exhaling as you push out. We'll do two more. And done. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is some step ups. Now we can do this on the floor, or you can go to your staircase or any sort of upper level in the house that you have. If you want to have a chair close or the banister, maybe the handrail from the first stair, that would be a good idea too. That's going to help you with balance if you're at all concerned about your balance. We'll do 10 knee lifts per side. So stepping up, driving the knee up, and then coming down. We won't alternate just yet. We'll just do one side and then the other. Good. And if you want to take the intensity up, you can have a little air under the foot as you step up and drive up even more. Let's do one more on this side. Good, and we'll switch. Other lead leg comes up, touch down. Notice that the arms are going as well, and they're going opposite to the knee. So as the left knee drives up, the right arm comes forward. We call that reciprocals. Those of you who are in my class know that I love reciprocals. Let's do one more, and done. Good. Next thing we're gonna do is an arm curl with a shoulder press. Now if you don't have any dumbbells at home, you can use anything weighted. You can use a water bottle, you can use maybe a bag of rice, any weight that you think would challenge you enough in this exercise, okay? So, holding the weight right down in front, you curl it up with the arms, and you press up above the head, bringing it in towards the chest and down. Your tummy is turned on, you've got that core engaged for support, always for support in the spine when we lift overhead. Your knees are soft, your feet are hip width apart. And as you press up, you don't have to lift the weight all the way up. You're going to stay within a pain-free range of motion for your shoulders and even your neck. Good. Curl it, keep it tight to the body as you drive the weight up over your head as well. Good. Let's do one more of these, remembering you're working 10 to 12 repetition range. And good job. Okay, next thing we're going to do is going to get the heart rate up a little bit. So let's take our feet nice and wide this time, turning our toes out slightly. I'm going to call this a squat jack. So as you come down, you're going to lift up with the arms, just like a jumping jack, or maybe you're thinking of a snow angel. Weights in the heels, core engaged. You're reaching up as high as you want to go. And if you want to keep this going more than 10 repetitions, you can. We'll do one more. And done. Good. Next thing we're going to do is working the upper mid-back with a single arm bent over row. Always a good idea to have something in front of you to assist you in this forward flexion. Takes a little bit of pressure off the spine. So the weight is in my left hand. I'm going to take my left foot back about a leg length, putting my right arm on the chair for support, but not dumping into the arm or into the shoulder. Okay, keep your chest lifted and tall. Weight starts just by hanging down by the side, and then you're going to pull your elbow up and tuck your wing in. So tucking the elbow in as you pull up and back. Neck stays neutral and relaxed. Even your right shoulder, that support shoulder, stays nice and relaxed. And you're thinking about wrapping the shoulder blade around the spine. Let's do two more. Good. And we'll switch. Switch the legs, switch the hands. Set it up on the other side for yourself. Draw the low belly in once again, and then pull. Remembering to breathe. We're exhaling as we draw the weight up. And again, if you don't have a dumbbell at home, you're using anything that's convenient for you in your house. Let's do two more. And done. Good. Good. Next thing we're going to do is work out the outside aspect of the hip and the glute med. So finding a nice soft bend in the knee, the leg is straight but the knee is softly bent. You can use the hand railing or a wall to support you if balance is a concern, but this exercise is also really great for balance as well. So when we're ready, firming up through the core and then extending the leg out to the side, and we'll have the toes of the working leg facing forward. So the tendency here is to take the toes and open up. We're going to keep the hips square and the toes forward. All right. Let's do a couple more on this side, taking that to 12 repetitions. And we'll switch. Now on this side, I'm not going to use the banister or the chair or anything. I'm just going to work on my balance. So really firm up. Maybe you want to find a spot on the floor to focus on. And then continue and set it up the same way you would and as you did on the other side. Staying nice and tall, making sure we don't tip. We'll do two more on this side. And done. Good work. All right, now our favorite part for a lot of us. Working the back of the arm for the tricep kickbacks. We're going to set this up exactly as we did with the row. So weight in the left hand, left foot back, chair here for support in that forward flexion. Let's bring the elbow up, keep it up there. Don't let it drop as we move through each repetition. All right, we're going to kick straight back and then come to the hip. Straight back and come to the hip. So we're not going to let that weight swing forward too much. All right, so now we're going to work the back of the arm, one of our favorite parts to work. We're going to set this up exactly as we did with the row. Weight in the left hand, left foot back, chair here for support in our forward flexion. So leaning forward into that chair, but not dumping into the arm. Elbow is going to come up, that's where it's going to start, and that's where it's going to stop. Shoulders are going to stay open. Kicking straight back and drawing the weight back in towards the hip. We're not going to let that weight swing forward of the body. We're going to stop it roughly at the hip bone. And you're exhaling as you're extending the arm out in front, or sorry, out behind you, keeping the shoulders square. Let's do 2 more. And then we'll switch. Other side. Setting it up again, elbow up and back, shoulders open, and extend back. If you find your elbows dropping a little bit, hike it back up, keep it extended up behind. Good. Let's do 2 more. Last one, squeeze. Good. And done. Okay, next thing we're going to do, again, it's going to get that heart rate up a little bit. Some side shuffles, lateral shuffles again. We're working the outer aspect of the hip here. So coming into just a mini squat. Tummy is pulled in. We're going to move side to side, quick shuffles, as quick as you can, get those feet moving. All right, here we go. Now you can do this as a timed interval, or you can do repetitions. That's your choice. Keeping low. The lower you get, harder it's going to be. Do a few more of these. Remembering to love it, stay low, and appreciate the little burn that starts to happen. And done. Good job. All right, we're at the last exercise of the circuit, working the shoulders. If there's a shoulder injury that you're concerned about, or even through the neck, you can do this without weights at all and just move through your range of motion. It's comfortable for you. All right, when you're ready, feet are hip width apart, core engaged, knees are soft, chest is lifted and tall. We're going to take those weights out to the side and down. So I like to turn my thumbs up as I open up my wingspan. That gives me a little external rotation at the shoulder, and it keeps my front of my shoulder joint nice and open as I lift. Think about taking the elbows away from the shoulder, or sorry, away from the body. And we're staying at or below shoulder height. Let's see if we can get 2 more of those in. Good. And last one. Excellent, all done. Awesome, guys, good work. That's 10 exercises in the circuit. Feel free to repeat that as many times as you like. 1, 2, 3 times through, give you a great workout. Stay within your intensity. And do what you can within your own range of motion. Have an awesome workout. Stay safe, stay healthy. Hope to see you guys real soon.